Peace and love, everybody. Good morning. Peace and love to you all. Swing this around a little bit. I bumped it just before I went on camera. Hi, Elizabeth. Hello, Wanda. Living for Joy. Hi, Janet. Hey, peace and love to you all. And welcome to our regular meditation practice, Monday and Wednesdays. And all different times for people who watch the recording, the hundreds of people who do. Thank you for coming. Jeepers. Thank you for coming live and to watch afterwards and to meditate together, because as I've said many, many times, when we gather together in a meditation group, when meditation groups gather together, the practice of meditation in a group setting enhances each person's individual practice. There's a reflection and a magnification that takes place that is otherworldly, ethereal. Jesus talked about it all the time. It's one of the reasons why we practice together. Another reason why we practice together is to get into a ritualized practice. Ritual can make a difference in meditation practice because it gets you into the place and the time that you need to be in order to bring your mind to a peaceful place, to aim your heart at God, and then to live this in the real world. Hey, Clan Goose. Hi, Lynn. So, the great religions are the ships, poets, the lifeboats. Every sane person I know has jumped overboard. Hafez, the 14th century poet. This quote by Hafez speaks about the depth and diversity of our spiritual journeys. When he says the great religions are ships, he's telling us that our major faith traditions, Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and others, are like grand vessels. They're built to guide and to give us a structure and a community as we navigate life's complexities and mysteries. And they're often there to help us on our spiritual destinations, giving us a path that's down centuries of practice and belief. But the thing is, the poets are the lifeboats, and we should jump overboard. In the mystical traditions, the poets are more than just verse writers. They're seers, visionaries, mystics, people with a deep intuition and connection to the truths with a capital T beyond the everyday. They're the lifeboats in this vast ocean of existence because they bring us this solace, this wisdom, insight through their words. That's why I'm always going to the poets, Rumi and Hafez and Kafir and others. They can reach into our souls with their imagery and emotion, touching the divine within us, helping to change our hearts and our minds. And every sane person I know has jumped overboard. Is a particularly striking image. Imagine this ship going across the sea, and the sane people are jumping overboard. The crazy people are staying aboard. That's what he's saying. The insane stay aboard, and the sane jump overboard. Those who have truly had an awakening of spirituality, a spiritually awakening experience, a transformative experience, a mystical experience, those are the ones who jump overboard. Not everybody. Now, we know that there are many mystics inside religion as well. I've met quite a number of them who still work in the church. They struggle with it for sure, but they're still on board the ship doing what they can. So not every sane person jumps overboard. But we've come to understand that there are deeper realities of existence that aren't confined to the structured ships of religion. Instead, we dive into the waters of direct experience, because the mystical experience arises in us. The more we practice, the thinner the veils, the more likely the mystical experience will come, the better swimmer you'll be once you jump overboard. We seek a personal experiential understanding of the divine beyond dogma and doctrine. This could be seen as a rejection of religion, and to an extent it is. But I also know that there are people in religion who are mystics. But as for me, I didn't so much reject religion as discovered that God has no religion. When I was dead, there was no religion where I was. There was only love. And since coming back, that connection has become more intuitive in my body over the decades of practice. Through this the personal communion with the sacred inside. So Hafez offers us an invitation. Jump overboard. Take the risk. Learn to swim. Or if you need the lifeboat, climb aboard one of the lifeboats with a poet. I do that all the time. I hope that's helpful, my friends. Good morning, Kristen. So, one of the things I posted this week on Facebook in the Near Death Experience video channel that I host is a conversation, rather a description of Kundalini awakening. What's a Kundalini experience? You might want to take a look at that if you can, because there are some dangers with Kundalini. And the way to avoid the dangers altogether is the practice of selflessness. You want to be prepared for the awakening. You want to do your work ahead of time. Practice your breath, move your energy. But most important of all is a practice of surrender. And why? Because the energy that comes with the awakening of the Kriya can be misused through selfishness, through self-attachment. So another way to look at Hafez's poem is to jump overboard from the sailing ship of your own small self into the ocean and learn to swim. Because the sailing ship of our small selves, it seems to be the whole world to us when we're aboard it. But once we're in the ocean, it's so small, that little self. And in this case, as in Moana, the story that is with the rock in it, and a young girl goes to sea to save her people, the ocean befriends her. The ocean will befriend us, even when it's tumultuous, and will still keep us aloft. All right, my friends, swim together. Always swim with a buddy. It's the buddy system. This is true in meditation too. It's good to have a community. Hard to be on one's own. I ought to know because I spent so many decades doing it. Boy, I get some cough today. Hold on a second. Great. Shut off my mic. You didn't have to listen to that. All right, so I'm going to sit up. I've been trying to use Mondays and Wednesdays more for centering practice and Tuesdays for Kriya practice with you guys, but it overlaps for me. If you're just joining us today and you're new, you can breathe into your belly, down just below your belly button, into your navel. Pause just a beat. Exhale out your nose. Pause. Let your lungs fill naturally. Don't force the air into them, and just breathe into your belly and then back out again. Attaching a prayer or a chant to the breath makes it so much easier. And when the mind wanders off, as it will, when you see that it wanders off, just return to your breath. Over a long period of time, your brain will rewire itself. And in this rewiring, you'll understand, you'll discover that your practice gets easier and easier and easier as the time goes on. So don't despair, don't give up. Keep swimming. Maybe now you're just treading water. Maybe now you're in the lifeboat. Maybe now you've jumped from the lifeboat into the ocean and you've got a PFD, a life jacket on. PFD, personal flotation device. Um, the more you practice, the better you get. So I'm going to be breathing into my root and up to my crown. That's where I'm going to begin today, down my spine, up my spine. I'm going to be energizing my breath. So I'm going to be using some more Kriya practice this morning as I energize myself, as I bring the energy into myself. And then partway through my meditation, I will quiet myself down and relax all of my muscles. I'll do that inventory of my body that I mentioned the other day on Monday in the last video. Run through an inventory of your body and relax all the muscles. Minimalize your breath by minimalizing the energy that you're putting into your muscles where there's tension. The more you relax those tense muscles individually in your face, your neck, your shoulder, your back, your butt, your feet, as you as you relax those individual muscles, you'll consume less oxygen. And the less oxygen you need for your body, the quieter your breath becomes. The more relaxed one becomes, the quieter the mind becomes. All right, let's begin. Begin with 3 ohms this morning. I'm going to aim my ohm in my heart. I'm just going to right there in my heart, resonate in my chest a little bit, drop into my Kriya practice, and eventually end up in my centering practice where the self is, the attachment to self is surrendered. Out my nose, into my belly. Out my nose. Mm. everybody. Thanks for being here. Have a happy Thanksgiving if you're in the United States. XXL, have a good day tomorrow. Peace and love. Thanks for being here. I hope all your plans go well for tomorrow, everybody. Peace and love. See you Sunday.